Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Lewis and Clark.
Today, we're going to make golden squash and corn, just like Lewis and Clark did in 1804. Well, another episode of Cooking with Lewis and Clark. I'm Mr. Raymond.
I'm Mr. Graham.
And today we brought Mr. Gimbi with us.
All right.
Yes, we did. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to be seen.
Glad to see you, because today we are making golden squash with corn.
Delicious.
I'm here for the food.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure this is food, Mr. Graham.
It will be.
Okay. Anyway, in 1804, by the time Lewis and Clark got to the Mandan village, they began trading with the Mandan, who were excellent farmers. Mandan traded them different kinds of squash and a whole bunch of bushels of corn. And in return, Lewis and Clark gave the Mandan a little sugar, a little salt, and a sunglass. Is that a magnifying glass?
Of sorts, yeah.
Okay, science, he knows. All right, very good. To make our golden squash with corn, I guess today what we're going to do is we're going to take our pot. Well, you need to have a squash, first of all. You can get squash in this squash aisle at your local supermarket. Mr. Gimbi, can you elaborate on that?
Yes, it's in the squash aisle.
Okay, at the local supermarket.
Next to the bear aisle.
You can get corn. You can get that in can. And at the supermarket. That was a joke.
That was a corny joke.
That was a really corny joke.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to have water and our utensils, some sharp knives. Kids, always have parental supervision when using a sharp knife.
They're dangerous.
They are dangerous. All right, very good. I guess the first thing we got to do with making squash and corn is we are simply going to put our kettle on our fire. Now, if you notice, this fire is set to medium heat. We're going to take our vegetable oil or a fat of your choice. Could be butter, I guess. Could be lard. But we're going to take vegetable oil, put it in there to heat up. I guess the next thing in order to make this magic happen, Mr. Graham and Mr. Gimbi, is we've got to take and somehow cut this squash up into chunks.
Yeah, we were considering how to do that before we started filming.
And we have never in our lives cut a squash. And so if there's anybody out there who knows what they're doing and that we're doing it wrong, please forgive us. I'm assuming this is going to be like a pumpkin. So I'm going to cut the top, the bottom off, cut it in half. Maybe. And there should be seeds inside. What we're going to then do is I guess we're going to scoop out some of these seeds.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much. And then the magic happens, because what's going to happen next is both Mr. Graham and Mr. Gimbi are going to peel this squash, and we're going to cut this into little cubes and chunks, and that's the magic. So I'll let you guys grab your knives.
All right.
We're going to peel that squash, cut it up.
I'm going to make a pile of
Did you? Right, you did.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, I kind of went around the edge. Yeah. Took off the well, I hope I took it all off. The peel there.
It's good fiber, you know.
It is. It's good for something.
I hope.
Now look at that.
Is that the proper way, Mr. Gimbi?
Knife work skills.
Well, I mean, I don't want to brag,
But go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it's the wrong way.
And Mr. Graham, Mr. Gimbi, and I have successfully, like big boys, cut our cantaloupe, or what is it, squash?
Yeah.
We decided to give it a taste. It was a little tougher to cut than what we thought. How did you describe it?
Disappointing.
No, like the texture of
The
it.
texture of it.
Not the taste.
No, the texture, like very fibrous.
Uninspired.
Uninspired.
But you know what? It's food.
There's no amount of salt or pepper.
And if you need food, so what we're going to do, Mr. Gimbi, if you're going to grab the water, and cameraman, we'd like to thank Mr. Ben Crowell, Green Team student, coming today and helping us out. We're going to dump our squash in here. Ah! That was
okay.
fun. Yeah. Too not? Very good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring that to a boil, which I think it has already successfully achieved because our fire is hot.
That was a little more than medium heat there.
We're going to cover that up, let that do its magical thing inside there. That surprised me. It really did.
Yeah, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yes. Kids, always have parental supervision when dealing with hot grease in a fire in your backyard.
Grease will jump
Grease will jump out and get you. All right, we're going to let that cook for 20 minutes and we'll be right back. You want to go ahead and take the lid off that and we can see what our squash looks like.
Let's take a look.
All of our water has boiled out, and Ben, if you can zoom in there, you can see that our squash is getting a little bit more tender, and actually some of it's starting to brown, so I'm going to assume that that's done.
Caramelized.
Now, two other things. have corn, Mr. Gimbi. And we're going to dump that corn in there. And just like in the 80s, Mr. Graham, we need to have a little
Salt and pepper.
salt and pepper.
What are we gonna do with that?
I'm going to push that in there real good. That's right. I'm going to mix that up in there. We are going to turn this down to a medium heat.
There it is.
We're going to let that cook for 5 minutes. Mr. Graham, you can put the lid back on, and we will be right back and see how our golden squash and corn is. Let's take it off and see how we look.
There we go. Looking pretty good.
It looks all right.
Yeah. Very yellow.
If you like yellow food, this is for you.
Yeah.
Mr. Gimbi, what do you think?
I'm excited.
All right. Well, Mr. Graham, I'll tell you what. I'm going to let you put that lid back on.
Okay.
I'm going to grab my handy-dandy pot holder because, ladies and gentlemen, as we've already witnessed, this is hot. Very hot. Move this over here to our table. There's 3 of us, but you notice I do have 4 bowls here, Mr. Graham, because we're going to allow our cameraman, Ben, to partake in dinner also today. He has earned it. Mr. Gimbi, here's yours. Take some of this. Now here's the rule, Mr. Gimbi, Mr. Graham. In the bite, you have to get a piece of squash with the corn. You cannot just sit there and eat the corn.
All right.
Okay? All right. Very good. All right. Ben? All right, Mr. Gimbi. Take that idea. Here you go. Cheers. This is golden squash and corn. Yeah. Again. It's food. It's hot.
It is hot food.
It just came off the fire.
It doesn't have a lot of taste, really.
No, not a lot of taste at all.
I can't tell if the squash is cooked.
It is. It's not overly cooked, not too mushy.
No.
I just took a second bite. So give it Well, there you have it. Golden squash and corn, just like Lewis and Clark in 1804 at the Mandan Village. I'm Mr. Raymond, along with
Mr. Graham, Mr. Gimbi.
and we'd like to thank you for joining us for this episode of Cooking with Lewis and Clark. We'll see you next time. If you want to make golden squash and corn just like Lewis and Clark, here's what you need and what you need to do.
Just read really fast. It's like it'll just whatever flavor.
What do you
put in,
think?
We'll dwarf it, you know.
Doesn't really have that much flavor.
No, taste the yellow?
Tastes pretty yellow.
Very good.